In this problem, we're going to write the equation of a line. So again, anytime you see equation of a line, you're going to think of the general formula, y is equal to some mx plus b. But here, this line is very specific. We want that line to be perpendicular to the line y is equal to negative 5x plus 3. And we also want the equation of that line to pass through this point 5 comma negative 1. So let's recall that lines that are perpendicular. So perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other. So let's take a look at the perpendicular line. Its slope, and I'll call that m sub 1, the slope of that line is negative 5. And we're trying to write the equation of another line. So I'll call this line, the equation that we're trying to write, we'll call this slope m sub 2, okay? So if the line that we're trying to write is going to be perpendicular to this line here, whose slope is negative 5, then I need a line that has a slope that is the negative reciprocal of that. So the negative reciprocal of negative 5 is going to be positive, it's going to be positive 1 over 5, okay? And then our line also is going to go through the point 5 comma negative 1. So again, you can use whichever method you want. You can either use the point slope formula to write that equation, or you can use the slope-intercept form. I'll do both again, and you pick whichever method you're most comfortable with and stick with that. So I'll do the point slope formula first. So that's y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So here I can call this point 5 x sub 1 and that negative 1 y sub 1. And then let's just substitute that and the slope that we need so that our line is perpendicular to the given line. So make sure that you use the correct slope. So here is going to be 1/5. And then let's substitute in that x value of 5. And then y minus negative 1. Okay, so on the left here, that's going to be positive 1. On the right, let's distribute that negative 1/5 to every term. So that's 1/5 x. And then 1/5 times negative 5, that's going to give us negative 1. And then now let's add negative 1 to both sides. So the line that is going to be perpendicular to y equals negative 5x plus 3 is the line y is equal to 1/5 x minus 2. Final answer. Now, if you're using the slope-intercept formula, you'll see that you'll get the same answer. So let's bring down that formula, which is y is equal to some mx plus b, right? But we know our slope is going to be 1/5, and then the point that we're going to use is 5, negative 1, where x is 5 and y is negative 1. So let's do the substitution. When y is negative 1 and the slope is 1/5 and x is 5, let's solve for b, the y-intercept of this line. So we've got negative 1 is equal to 1 plus b, subtract 1 from both sides. Negative 2 is the y-intercept, so now don't forget to put it together and write the equation. So the line that's perpendicular to y equals negative 5x plus b is the line y is equal to, the slope is 1/5, and the y-intercept is negative 2. And hopefully you can see that the answer is the same whether you're using the point slope formula or the slope-intercept formula.